na ho me ni. But I learned that the old panties are used for menstruation and they are used for sleeping in the night. So weak panties are what women sleep with in the night. But let me ask you a question. Regularly, when does your husband visit you for sexual intercourse? It's in the night. So when you get used to this upbringing that we only wear nice panties when we're going out, but when we're home, we use dead panties, then what does your husband see in the night? When I say I'm putting a ship you to the other. Nipa ship you to the pub, Brazil, if you don't pass out, but dance for me, hey, sir, Sagana, yeah, that antipe, see me, antipe kum kote. Sunday, a better time. I may be obi abeye ne I can share you. Kasila literate. This is a Bible can be a Bible show me. I say, family. But there's a way you should learn to talk to your husband. Yan soon, mema. If you want your husband to die early, don't serve him. Let him serve himself. But if you want your husband to live long, serve him. Create healthy competition around your husband. There are too many stories that keeps coming to me ever since I started preaching this topic. Where do I keep my child? Where do I keep this child of mine when I want to get married as a woman? I said, anytime you meet a man like me who wants to marry you and has a child, and my child is following me, he is a weak, wicked man. So if you miss Pastor Love, the ex-husband of Christiana Love, I watched a video on YouTube of Pastor Love, and the title was that, see the surprise wife of the new, see the surprise new wife of Pastor Love. Pastor Love, watch it. Tell Pastor Love, let me say watch it. Bema watch it. Men fast of Udianin Katawa in Bema. Nana yo. Bema tinting grammar fina wedi 50. Christian Love Jao. Wako waliawo. What's one wale? Mabufu. Some fumbeno. Uba so kachem say Christy Koye. Ukwati mbremisha baby ya. Bema jaji ya kano. Me kanya sasema chaso pupenyi. Muna moya mankwala ni breno. Ese wuti wa Christy Koya unwali ye. Usofu kuma bi so ho touch ma. Ube bi san say me ire ja me fie se ne. Won se ba wale. Won wa chicho kwati abo sere ho asobu sa asofo. Pastor Love, marry. Don't allow people to speculate. At your 50th birthday celebration, you could have invested that money into better marriage. Why should your wife leave you and you are still single with children? If you hear a man is fighting over his child from a woman, not because the woman have denied paternity, but the man says, I want to see my child. He's a stupid man with no apologies. Akuko bata inya akuko bema. Why nan koledi nechi? That is why I keep telling you that child support is not a punishment. A woman who demands child support from the baby daddies is a sensible woman who wants to see the welfare of the children going on well. And I bema dia, bema now, and Koran ben you have a town. Say, oh no, papa court. I mean, papa ni and I so bet you and quietly and can hear court. No man a betty so. Echre bema croye. And I am a back. Maybe see me who me back. And no best me who me back. And to be the court, Jimmy. What my breast milk da? Ni nufu gunu. Abo friend nufu ya ama nufu ye gu. Upe die jina ho. Musuo count. Mude munim. Yase me kama mba. Minimum mampo a me kama wo. Na mbeme Jimmy ni e kan asi e kan mamba. Branch hwebenim wona me ne kasa no. Woni obi baba wo. Yakotwa no waba. Yabe wo akole yeto. De bi ote ho na yase gini dwi. Won kanyansa sembi manente. Me be fa akole na akotena me ho for sama. Wo tini so no apampa so. Osi ompene a ukoku apai. yen court na mranje me ba mame watch him da judge Jimmy for be na be jabo from am mon think komo na say wo hia be ma person wale wo ka kire wo say me wo mame ensa me ne o me nete o ye be ma fon so mo su be pa so wale ma ne manete ho ana minim na wo a person wale so su be pa be ko ni fia ne manete wo no awade begu ka kire se me na me kae wenye quarter asem wenya grad asem me ka nyansa sem a kire asofo panyim a mukuru hwe sofo panyim bi wo ho yire wu ye nye ne emfie dunion wale bi on de na ye ana Pentecost sorry ninti ana SDA nhye no ana apostolic na jewa fam asori ben uri ja wale na wonnam ho ana wo se me hwemba waje nkwala na didi wachi. Any man who wants to marry you, if he introduces that I have children, perfect. If he tells you I live with my kids and I'm the same person taking care of them, he is a weak, stupid, wicked man with no apologies. Where do I keep my child? Where do I bring them into the marriage? Do I need to rent a bigger house so I get you as a babysitter on behalf of my children? Hey, if I am marrying you today and I am coming empty-handed, even though I have 6 kids, I am marrying you to settle in a different home and leave my kids for my ex-wife to take care of them, then I don't have any challenge when I want to marry you who is an ex-wife, a baby mama of another man with kids into my home. Oh, Counselor Charadia, yes. So when a man makes a decision, I'm ready to marry you, but the last thing I want to consider is to have your kids with you in the same house. That is a wrong man to be married. Where do I keep my kids? The father of the children cannot go to court and say, I pay for rent and I expect my children to be in that house and not in the house of this new stupid man you call your husband. That is a foolish man. There's nobody, and I say this in humility, there is no man who will one time have chance to marry my wife and call me stupid. Never will it happen. If I die today, or I divorce my wife today, and you get my wife and marry my wife, you will clap for me because I have managed the machine well. If you saw my wife before I married her, if my wife was your friend before she became a wife to me many years now, and you see her today, you should appreciate the input in my life. If you saw my input before I got married, if I was your ex-sex mate before I got married, and you see the way I look today, as if I'm growing breasts in my bare chest, you should say thank you to the woman who accepted me as a husband. If you meet me today, my mouth is not smelling. If you meet me today, my clothes are iron. Not those days. Then you want to appreciate that some woman has walked into my life. Never marry somebody's ex-wife and insult the husband. Never marry anybody's baby mama and insult the baby daddy. Because somebody looked at the face of a baby mama and said, I told the boy, I'm sure din. Couldn't the entire me who the entire man no way obi anwale. Me na me wa abotiri ade wale. And I met the wunti wu Jimmy. Eh, Oh, hear me. Don't speak like this. And that's all. Did you answer na kwa? Pedibidi. Kedi waye wenim. O chire kom akaba. Hey, headmistress. Beshasa branti kite duane de kwa. Wona me de kasa no. Fiti wi a odi wa che debia no wadi. Na akona yale anabeda ne dadi. Pedibidi. Wona me de kasa no. Ya de. Ya manyo ho te se on wale ye. Mo bia hu se wa wale. Ukwu adwuma afa aduane kɔ. Na wan kɔ adwuma ma ba we nim tintin se wo yale. Pa aduane. Bi e fridge na aduane wo mna tibi kɔ. Asia ne sen. O ma me ho na ate anka na ka sei, e be ka se ma me nhwe wo yie. Media bi best school. Who the cap fits? Media ni etie. Who the cap fits? Let them wear it. So for Pastor Love, yana wale. Or so for usubempa, yana wale. When be na ne yire kwa. From mama na mo wale. Wale. Duncan Williams kwa wale ye se na ne ho atono. And then answer Archbishop Duncan Williams, His Eminence. I wish Bishop James Sa happy birthday. Me sha branche muno James Sa kwa wa ya branche. Sikenti nanka oja Francisca no wali biomanka. Naka se Duncan Williams spam sa koshe ni team. Amo kasa spam. Basala yana wale. Ubufu a emfa me ho. Upa for play na bla America na ne mbeko emfa me ho. Ye kan kura kire wo. Na won so ato yire ho sofo. A wo yire tetew. A sofo panyi se men jana wale. Ube wu kwasie wu nya ye yie kese am Captain Smart. Abeto nu we yie na se. Am ya bon se mama no. Ana de oba na ye me ntimi de ma ma adwen se awade empo de. Me de ma ho ne ma hwe nkola yi. Na oba de ne ho faso ane den. So ben no man kola nya bia di. Minya be ye okọ wo peti awon wale o. Mi mami. Watu ni wasi wo se. Obe bomodin ahwe nkola ya mami. Sana be ya metimi focus in ministry. Hey. Ja ujimie no. Etu shia bema opeso wale o. Na ne mba di na chi a. Oyefun. Mesi oyeden fun. Bema bia opeso wale wo awawoda. Ankola ni di na chi. Enkola ni gu no so oyefun. What pity are you showing to Titi? Where is the wife of Titi? Where is the ex-wife of Titi? Is she dead? If the ex-wife of Titi is no more, where are the family members of the ex-wife of Titi? How on earth should Titi be living with the children? Who born dog? If there's a girl in it, until Titi dies, how would the girl have a family? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If Titi must go and apologize to the ex-wife, somebody should leave Titi to go and apologize. So the children will have a mother, not a mother figure. I don't need a mother figure for my children. I need the mother of the children to take care of them. So you don't need a father figure. You need a father's connection in the life of the children. Where do I keep the kids when I'm getting married? Where do I keep them? As a man, where do I keep them? As a woman, where do I keep these kids I have with this extra woman? This is why when marriages are falling on the rocks. This is why when marriages are going through turbulent time, this is why when there's misunderstanding, misconception, misunderstanding, and misinterpretation in marital issues, when there is conflict and we have to resolve. Remember, when we have children, the resolution must be cleared. My friend, my sister, where do you keep the kids if you want to get married? Should you keep them with your mother? Should you keep them with your mother somewhere? Why are these young girls struggling not to get married? Why are they still single? Is it because they don't want to become a mother figure in the life of some children? Hear my story. If a man makes a decision to get married, one of the grateful things that he has to know is this: is he going into marriage with children or without children? Don't marry a man who is having children following him. If you meet a guy in the US who says, I have to go and pick my daughter in school, I'm taking my daughter to ballet, my daughter must go for swimming lessons, and the music class teacher will have to come out to take my daughter, I have to take my daughter, and I want to get married very soon. You ask yourself, why is this woman doing a lot for the child? Then he tells you he wants to marry you. This is not a caring, hardworking, sweet man. This is a weak, wicked, stupid man. If I have custody of my children over the weekend and we go out, I will always default. Oh, yes. You know why I default? When the Lord gave me chance that I can go and pick my daughter from the mother twice every month, Sundays, as you choose, I ask myself, what position is this judge putting me? When I come and stay with my daughter in my house for one day, what will she learn? That other women are coming to visit me. Is that what she will learn? Or she will learn Auntie Vivian came. And is that what my daughter is going to learn? So when they pass the judgment that I can go and pick my girl and go out with her, I said, well, it makes sense, but I don't think I need that. I might not pick her. I will just go and let her see me. Hi, girl, how are you doing? Is everything okay? I rather prefer to have a communication with the mother than to have a communication with my daughter. I can't check the well-being of my daughter from her. The state of my daughter is checked from the mother. That's my stand. Do you get what I'm talking about? I am in America. I don't call my daughter and ask her, how are you doing? Are you fine? Jiminy. Me more damn sao. Me fa telephone me fra me ire. Me ire po me kan no grandchildren. No credit me catch you. Mo a mo pese mo wale me na de bi say musu afim ho. Me ba America me fra me ire misa say to say o. Oh, Debbie. Now, friend, said, now I miss you, girl. I feel lonely in this house. Come and see the pillows on my bed. How I wish they would convert to become like you. Oh, but me, Jimmy. You know, I say things and I remember stories that as a certain man has created some relationship between himself and the wife. When they travel to another country and they go and lodge in a hotel, and anywhere to kind of call hotel, yeah, and so a video call. No for them when honey, how I wish you are here. See the size of the bed, see their mattress. Oh, the whole room is missing you, girl. Ah. So I traveled with him, and when we got there, he was doing the video like that. And I sat quietly. When he finished, he said, now then I know. Or see, me them too quiet. Say me did then they be a echere me. Now on so fair. Me say, No fear na ye day. Send we Mr. Bema. E Jimmy na Jimmy no. What did them chance here? Mabedu. Ohima, Mabedu. I just arrived. Asa. The one that must call me is my wife in case she thinks there's something not going well in the house. If there's no water flowing, my wife will call me because I'm the one who must be in charge of water. But checking on my wife, more to say, and Kolane Didi, Amada, oh Jimmy, I don't do these things. I am not inculcating a wrong behavior in you, but I am trying to let you understand the role of the husband and the father. Know it. So when I'm getting married and I have children as a man, and you have children as a woman, where do you keep the children? Do you bring them into the marriage? And do they affect the marriage when they come? Or when they are not in the marriage, do they affect the marriage? Remember last week I taught you what you should do before you get married. I said if you are a woman who wants to get married, make sure that you have connection with the baby daddy. Establish a relationship, not a sexual relationship. But let there be a communication between you and the baby daddy. Let have clear cut of what we are doing between the two of us. Let it be. Don't let it happen that between you and the baby daddy there's no talk. Establish a communication rapport between you and the man who impregnated you, so as to be able to connect the children to him. Then the children have contact with their father. Then their father will become responding to the ability in him called responsibility. So you don't bring somebody's daughter for me to pay her fees. You don't bring somebody's daughter to me to go and make sure that her medical bills are settled by me. So you don't bring somebody's daughter to come and be on my health care. Hello? Hello? If you are accepted in the UK as a single mother, your taxes are filed as a single mother. In your new marriage, do you change your status so that your single motherhood will change? I will answer, but not today. Where do I keep my children? I have children in America. This young man got married to me. We have 4 kids now. The kids are with me. The last born is 11 years. And the firstborn is 19 years. They are all with me. We broke up from marriage about 8 years now. And their father is newly married right now and living in the UK with 2 new children there. He pays child support and does everything for the children. Now that I want to get married, where do I take these kids? Do I rent a place for them to live in? Or do I take them to my new home? Or I have thought of shipping them like goose to my mother in Ghana. So I send money for my mother to take them, take care of them, let them go to boarding house so I could focus on my marriage. Will the absence of your children in the marriage cause you to focus? Will the presence of the ex-children, the children from the ex-relationship, affect the marriage positively or negatively? I'm treating this for a reason. It might not be good for you. Let me read these messages I have here. Children abroad thinks you don't love them if you don't take them out and spend time with them, counselor. Well, I don't understand what you mean, but as I'm in America now, the only way my children will know I love them is when their mother tells them. That's it. Simple. I mean, the constant presence in the life of my children doesn't mean I love them. As a matter of fact, the one I love is my wife. And I say this every day in all humility, that if I have the opportunity of marrying 10 women, none of my wives will be less than my children. No child of mine will be higher than the mother. And no child of mine will be higher than any of their stepmothers. Oh, yes. When I choose you as a baby mama, or I choose you as a wife, once you are a woman in my life, no child can be above you in my life. Yes. So, baby, my absence in the house is felt because I love my wife. My wife has implanted in the minds of my children that the biggest lover in the world is me, because I show it to her. My wife doesn't complain my absence to my children. Where you have stupid husbands who, when wives are going out, they send their small son to go and ask mommy, "Mommy, where are you going? Mommy, you just came back from work and you are going out again. Mommy, you will let us like that." Where their father have sent them to go and ask mommy, "Where are you going?" Because mommy just told their father that my friend in Atomic says he's doing some small drink up. So 10 of us should just sit up at Bayview Hotel, Bayview Restaurant to have some drink. And the husband says, "Oh, yes, you can go. Have a nice time." I like the English. Somebody said the rhetorics are becoming plenty. You see how I wish they would not sound like rhetorics in your ears, but it will sound as a repetition signifying emphasis. Repetition is emphasis. Thank you, my brother. Hear me. When she told the husband we were going to have a drink up, the husband said, "Yes, go." Then the next thing the husband did was told the son to go and ask mommy, "Where are you going?" And the son went straight to ask mommy, "Mommy, where are you going again?" And that lazy way of raising children, where people under us could query our whereabouts, it's not parenting, it's zookeeping, it's poultry farming. Nobody under you can query where you are going. So stop that upbringing. It's wrong. Where are you going? Daddy, where are you going? Mommy, where are you going? Mommy, where are you? Mommy, you will stay today too. Yes, we've raised the children to become mini gods. Because Bibi said in America, Bibi said in abroad, children thinks in abroad that if you don't love them, if you don't spend time with them, what you call spend time? Read bedtime stories for you before you sleep. Me, George Lutrot. Then you will stay awake. That is not upbringing. You don't want to sleep. The best person that can put you to sleep is your mother, not me. So my wife is telling me, there are times that the children too might need your prayer. I don't have to come and pray with you before you sleep. The house you are sleeping in is covered with prayer. What are you talking? So I'm in America and I have to make time for my wife to do a video call. So I put my daughter and son and them to sleep. Jimmy Sam. So the children become so attached to you to the extent that you ask yourself, where do I leave them? So if you think it's too rhetoric, we are asking a question. I'm expecting that you see, tell me where the children should be left when a woman is making a decision to marry. Should you go into your marriage with the children, or leave the children with your parents, or find a place to let them go? Should you take the children to boarding house? Let me drink the black thing. And ever since you travel, your son doesn't want to sleep. He's been crying and crying and crying, and I don't know what to do. Who is the mother? Even when my wife travels and my son refuses to sleep. As a matter of fact, when my wife travels, they sleep earlier than their regular time with their mother. Because that thing in my wife that God gave her to be able to nurture the home and put the children to sleep, I don't have it because it has been removed to create her. So when it's time for them to go to bed, I don't lobby to put up the YouTube. I don't lobby to put up the cartoons. There's no lobby. Frederica, what is the time? Daddy, it's 9 o'clock. You go to school tomorrow. Put up the TV and go and sleep. Brush your teeth, go to bed. And that instruction is followed by pressing the button. Bah, the TV is off. I see when my wife is in the house and they want to go and sleep. Hey, Frederica, hey, tomorrow you go to school. I'll wake you up early. Oh. I don't want you to cry when I wake you up. It's okay. Stop the cartoons and go and sleep. Hey, hola. I say go and brush your teeth and go and sleep. That's when my wife is there. They can do that jolly game. I don't get that time, people. 9 o'clock is sleeping time. Put up the TV, go and sleep. If this shows that I don't love you, I don't care. I came to love your mother, not you. The love I have is for my wife and not for my children. She can love them to the max. But they love me because their mother tells them how I love her. So don't make the children feel that the absence of their father is a demonic attack on their growth. So when their father is not around, they will molest you, make you feel bad. A woman told me today that she doesn't know whether she should marry because every man that comes into her life, the children will fight the man out. I say, how old are your kids? He said, well, the first, I have 3 kids. They have 2 years different. The first one is 10, the second one is 8, and the last one is 6. I say, what? And they fight men out of your life. You say, yes, counselor. I say, how did they do it? He said, counselor, when you visit me today and they don't like you, they will show you attitude. When you come into my house, they'll all go up and go into their room and they will sleep. And the next day, they will not be nice with me because the man who came stopped them from playing their games on the TV. And I said, madam, how long has this been? He said, counselor, it has happened ever since my marriage collapsed for more than 6 years now. So men have walked into your life. And because of your children, you don't know what to do with them. So, counselor, I don't know where to put them so I can have a marriage. I don't know where to keep them so I can have a relationship. That is why today I'm treating this topic. Where do we keep the kids if we are following them? And I've told you that if the man comes to you and wants to marry you and he's having children following him, he might not be looking for a wife, but looking for a babysitter. Are you ready to become a babysitter? Hardcore parenting counselor. Please be soft with the kids. I am too soft with them. A hard man like me cannot have kids. I am very soft with them. But what you call soft is what I'm yet to discover. Bibi say, fathers pushing buggies and push chairs to the park. Abrochre Igobi. Well, I think I'm trying to understand the idiomatic expression. Maybe mankind. My wife will always say that you don't read people's messages well. Charlie, slow me down. Bukuna make kind of. Today, if you're watching me and you want to get married, you have kids. Your children will sleep without you. But when you are not around, they don't sleep. You meet a man who wants to get married to you, and unfortunately, the way he wants to get married to you, the issue is that he has found himself that you are the best partner for him. but your kids are your problem. Where do you keep the kids? Should you send them to your mother? Should you find a new home for your kids? America, and I'm in America, but by 9 p.m., my daughter is in bed. So I can have time. Okay. I started training her when she turned 1. That's how I was brought up. You see, Doku says she's in America, but the daughter sleeps at 9. It doesn't mean I hate my kids, but children must have good sleep. You know, in America, very soon they will change the time for the kids when school resumes fully, so that the children can have long nights, 5 hours, because they want them to wake up well. But the challenge is that if they give you all the hours and you are not able to keep the children in order, they'll become very indisciplined. Do you understand? Some 2 adults were having a conversation about me. A husband and wife were talking about me, and I was not in their home. But the very day I met them, then the daughter rushed to me. Hey, counselor, my daddy says you speak loose. And he was fighting with mommy. Mommy says you speak sense. I'm talking about an 8-year-old child who just told me what mommy and daddy said about me in their house. I smiled. But I look at them and I say, you are not raising this child. You are raising a zoo. When the children are not well trained, that is why you become worried. Where do you keep them? So friends, do you want to ship the children to your mother in Ghana so you can have a peaceful marriage? Are you sure you can stay in marriage without your children as a woman? As a man, will you pretend to be fine in your new marital home whilst you are worried about what your children in the other home have eaten? The best person to punish a child and the best person to love a child is the mother. I was trained to the extent that one day I asked myself in my head, am I truly the son of my mom? Because I thought the way she was doing things with me was bad. And you know what it is? When I'm hungry and my mother is preparing food, I expect that she should understand that I should eat before I go and bath. But she will use my smelling body to help her cook the food. People, when the food is ready, and she tells me, especially the fufu, bring your bowl. You know, I love fufu and granite soup. Bring your bowl. When they bring the bowl and they put my fufu inside, I smile because all I know is that the next thing is that they didn't quite be good. The next command is that go and bath and come. And woe unto me, you know, in those days, when they say go and bath and come, I do the shabu bath. You are in the bathroom, my mother will tell you, wait, I want to come and scratch your back for you. It means hey, the boy has suffered. Those days, I was thinking my mom was so wicked that I am not really her daughter, his son. There are times that I come back from school and what I want to eat is not what mommy will give me. The delay of gratification was so high to the extent that I was thinking that I was not the real son of my mom. But growing up, I have come to believe that if today you love the way I am what I am because my mom proved to everybody that I'm raising a son who can become very, very dutiful in every environment. Today, if I am a stepson in my stepmother's home, she loved me. My stepmother will smile and will call me every time and will want me to come and live with her several times because my mom raised me so well that when I visit them, I don't sleep for my stepmother to serve me. I take up the jobs that my genius siblings cannot do. People, madam, if you want to get married, where do you place your children? Is the man demanding the absence of your children? If a man wants to marry you and he has children and he doesn't come into the marriage with his children, it is not a yardstick for him to tell you that, where are my kids? They are with their mother. So why do you want us to have peace of mind whilst you are bringing your children into this marriage? If you have left your children with your ex-wife, that man too has left his children with his ex-wife, and you're about to marry the ex-wife of that man, where should the children go? 862 571 3950. I have a colleague whose kids sleep at 1 a.m. and they always doze at work because they don't sleep till the kids sleep. A 2-year-old who detected when the parents have to sleep. Who determines when the parents have to sleep? Not in my camp. Not in my camp. You know, one of the funny things, those times when we were growing up, I came to live with my grandmom, and I was lying in the sitting room with my grandmom's house with my grandpa, and my grandpa will watch "We Are Going," then the TV will do GBC has closed. That is when grandpa goes to sleep, and then I carry the 3-in-1 and put it on the 2-in-1, the Jinyami chair, and then on the red paint floor I put my kuntu blanket and sleep. Now watch the thing. I am the last to sleep and the first to wake up. Do you know why? Because they entertain visitors by 5 a.m. So once I sleep in the sitting room, I need to wake up very early in the morning, but I'm the last person to sleep. No excuse. It is a form of upbringing. So I come to America and I want to sleep. If you give me your sitting room, your kitchen, I can sleep, regardless of who I am, Counselor Luttrell. I don't put pressure on people. I mean, I live in my house and there are a lot of things that are done for me like a king. Yes, people want to serve me as a king. I'm ready to enjoy. But there are times that I put restrictions on them. Friend, where do you keep your kids when you want to be a wife? With babies. Baby mama, from today, I'm here to assist you that your children are not supposed to be with their father because you want to marry. I end my story here. 862 215 2007. 862 215 2007. They are the main people that has brought us this show. Your ginger honey chips. 862 215 2007. And if you are in Ghana, all you need to do, send a WhatsApp message to 027